Thinking about buying an e-bike soon? Hold up. You don't want to drop hundreds of dollars, or more likely thousands, only for your shiny new ride to feel outdated or even illegal by next year. Today, I'm breaking down how to future-proof your e-bike so it lasts you well beyond the next couple of years. I'm Jenny, and you're watching NextJen. E-bikes have exploded in popularity, but with that growth comes change, and sometimes a little bit of chaos. Technology is moving fast, and governments are scrambling to catch up with new rules. That means what feels like a smart bike today might not feel so smart down the road. So let's talk about the big things to look out for. First up, regulations. Cities and states are still figuring out how fast e-bikes should go, whether throttles belong on bike paths, and how safety certification should be handled. If you buy a bike that goes 32 miles per hour on throttle and has no way to limit it, you might run into problems when new laws kick in. But if your bike has adjustable speed modes, or if it fits into the common Class 2, Class 3, etc. categories, you'll be much safer against changes. It's important to note that more cities and states are also cracking down on Class 3 e-bikes with throttles. That means any e-bike that can travel at speeds between 21 and 28 miles per hour, but also as a throttle. While many states still let that slide, some are cracking down, and so you'd be best advised to choose an e-bike that has an easily accessible connector on the throttle, just in case you end up needing to remove it. Don't worry, you can always put it back on if you're allowed to, or if you just want to risk it. Next, tech trends. The biggest one, batteries. By next year, UL certified battery packs will be the standard in the US, not just for safety, but for insurance and even local compliance. They're already required in some cities and states right now, and that's only going to increase. So make sure your bike comes with a certified battery, or at least the company is planning to roll them out. Motors and sensors are also evolving. Mid-drives are certainly gaining popularity for efficiency, but hub motors are not going anywhere. More bikes are shipping with torque sensors for smoother pedal assist, though plenty still use cadence sensors just fine. The key is buying a system that feels good to you, but ideally, one with a track record of long-term support. If you do go with the hub motor, which is just fine and has its own advantages I've talked about in other videos, then a torque sensor might make it feel even better, but isn't totally necessary, so don't worry too much there. Connectivity is another piece of the future. Anti-theft features, GPS tracking, and even over-the-air software updates are becoming more common. You don't need a bike that pairs with your phone, but it can add years of value if your bike can get firmware improvements over time. And there's one other area you might not have considered too, but it's waterproofing. More e-bikes are moving towards at least IPX6, which means an e-bike can withstand water jets. And some companies like Velotric even have made their batteries IPX7 rated so they can be submerged in up to 3 feet of water, though this is still very rare. But you should definitely look for a company that has at least some form of water resistance, because more and more this is becoming an important feature. And lastly, try not to get distracted by all the flashy new e-bike companies that seem to pop up every day. Sure, there are some cool new options out there, but many of these companies come and go since they're basically fly-by-night operations just looking to make a quick buck. We've seen a lot of companies close down after selling a pile of bikes in the past few years, so it's best to stick with a company that has several years of brand history already, though even that's not 100% guarantee they'll still be around. So how do you future-proof your purchase? Here's my quick buyer checklist. Make sure your battery is UL certified, if possible. Look for a bike with a removable or replaceable pack too, so you can get a new battery in the future if it breaks or simply degrades over many years. Stick to common class limits, 20 or 28 miles per hour, so you're covered by most local rules. Buy from a brand with real customer support and parts availability. And finally, don't get distracted by only speed or flashy numbers or unheard of companies with lofty promises. Longevity matters more than raw power or unbelievable specs. Honestly, an e-bike should last you for years, not just a season. If you think about flexibility, safety, and smart tech today, you'll be riding comfortably next year and beyond. If you want to learn more, check out some of my other videos on these topics. And if you really want, you can also join my channel through a membership to get even more exclusive content from me. A big thanks to some of my first channel members and super thanks supporters. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate you. That's it for now. I'm Jenny. Stay charged, stay curious, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.